The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie sky is wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas.
I want you now to welcome the Maverick of Las Vegas.
Rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling raw hard. Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side.
What do you have to be a good poker player?
Money.
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done.
Benny Binion is truly a one-of-a-kind gentleman.
He's to Las Vegas what Ford was, the automobile business.
Benny Binion is a Picasso.
Move 'em on, hit 'em up, hit 'em up, move 'em on, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide.
And Reader's Digest used to do a series called The Most Unforgettable Character I've Ever Met. There is no question, in my mind, that the most unforgettable character I've ever met in my life is that man, Benny Binion. He's either the gentlest tough guy I ever met or the toughest gentle person that I've ever met.
He is truly the exemplification of that vanishing breed of Westerners that has made the western part of the United States really what it is.
He's very soft-spoken, and he's a very quiet-mannered man until he's aroused. But he's never aroused unjustly. If he likes a person, he's their friend forever.
If I had to describe Benny Binion, well, that's easy. He looks like a 78-year-old, month-old baby. He always got a little pug nose and everything. All babies look like Benny Binion without the wrinkles.
He's a perfectly honest man. Benny Binion doesn't care whether it sounds particularly good or whether it's what you want to hear. He doesn't care whether it's good news or bad news he's giving you, but if you got the gumption and the moxie to ask him a question, you're damn well going to get an answer.
He always said, if I had to start over again in something else, would make no difference. We just do it.
I know that if you weren't in the gambling business, you said one thing you'd like to do is be able to be a sucker and afford it.
I don't know what kind of business he would have been in, but he would have been successful.
Well, he'd have been a politician.
I'd have probably starved to death.
The idea of him being president is such a great notion. Such an outrageous idea.
If I was president of the United States, I'd close it up and start over.
If you were the president, he'd get it done, because it wouldn't make any difference if you were meeting at the railroad station or at the White House. The conversation would be the same. Hey, Pard, this is your problem. I'll help you solve it. But let's get it done.
Well, if Benny Binion was president, everything would be settled without a meeting.
Once the rest of the world got the word, the last thing anybody'd do if Benny was president would be to mess with his business.
You don't have any Benny Binions. You don't have any Las Vegas. It's the only place that I know of in the world that a $5 bettor can become a millionaire. A $5 bettor can become a millionaire at the Horseshoe Club. Where else can he do it?
Benny put Las Vegas on another echelon that they weren't on when he came here.
If it wasn't for Benny Binion, we wouldn't have high-stakes poker as we know it today.
For contributions to the social order, to every facet of living in this area, Benny was always there with something worthwhile, something of high value. Just never an empty promise of this man. It's always fulfillment.
We cooked it in, I believe it was a 5-gallon stock pot, and the first act he did every morning when he walked in the casino was to take a spoon, dip it in, taste the chili, and if he didn't like it or it wasn't made properly,
run everybody out of the kitchen.
And you can add a tablespoon of water to that bean, to any beans that he's seen, and he'll tell you you'd cut them. How he knows, I'll never, ever know.
We dumped a lot of chili.
30 or 35 years ago, I was a kid here in town. Benny had a gambling joint on the other side of the street. I didn't have any money, so I came in there to play. I talked to him about some credit. He said, well, how you going to pay it? I said, well, I got a truck and trailer I'm going to sell. He said, well, don't worry about that. Just bet the truck and trailer. So that's what I done. I bet the truck they hit and the trailer they made it. Of course, I lost it.
So I said, park that truck for me, please, down on the El Cortez lot. He said, you win it, you park it.
It wasn't funny then. It's funny now.
But the truth of the matter is he don't worry about anything of win or lose. If he's broke, he goes to sleep just the same as if he's rich. You know?
In fact, he's my best babysitter. And not too long ago, I took a 3-day vacation, and he kept my kids for 3 days. And when I came back, they had on the same clothes they had on the day I left.
And one of his favorite quotes is when someone would walk in for help, he'd relate the story to you, but never tell you who the person was. And he'd say, this guy looked like he was rode hard and put away wet and needed some help, so I helped him. That's the type of a person that Benny Binion is.
Here is Benny. Most people think as employers or owners of casinos or any kind of a business as somebody who wouldn't find the time, who couldn't take the time to talk to you. Benny talks to everybody and talks to everybody as an equal. That's a big thing in my book. Benny, I love you.
Benny, you know that Las Vegas loves you, and thousands of people that here love you, and I consider it a privilege just to be able to say a few words about you.
All I can tell you is I love you. Think the world of you and always will.
I love the guy.
All the poker players love you, and you're the greatest guy in the world.
Dad, on this very special occasion, we'd really like to tell you how much we really love you.
Oh, Benny, I think you're the greatest person that I've ever known in the gambling business.
Benny, I do have a pin that's in the shape of a little riverboat for my holiday casino, but I wore my pin and had it special for the horseshoe, so you know that I love you with all my heart, and thank you for all of the help you've given me through the years.
Everybody always asks me about who's #1 in Las Vegas, and I always say Benny Binion, and I want to be #1, you know, but I guess as long as he's around, he's going to be #1.
Yeah, I'd love you. You know, I know he knows that.
All I can say is, Daddy, I love you very much, and I'm lucky to have you.
I grew up dreaming of being a cowboy and loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the life of my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days. I learned all the rules of a modern-day drifter. Don't you hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies that leave them with the words of a sad country song. My heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems, sadly in search of and one step in back of themselves and their slow-moving dreams.
Benny Binion, I'm real glad I know you.
Thank you.